Welcome back to Quad Cities today at 11. It is time for Kyle's Weather Classroom. Now today we're going to talk about a little weather folklore that involves your morning cup of coffee. You might have 1, 2, 3, 4 cups in the morning, but did you know that if you look closely at the bubbles that it could potentially kind of predict the weather for the day? At least that's what weather folklore says. So let's take a dive into it now that you've likely had a cup or two of coffee here this morning. So what you need to do is you need to fill your coffee cup up, and if you look in the middle of your cup and see where the bubbles form, if they kind of stay in the middle, that would indicate that high pressure is overhead or nearby, which would lead to fair weather conditions. So we're talking a nice day, light wind, maybe some sunshine, hot or cold, depending on the season, I suppose. However, if those bubbles kind of get a little more sporadic and go to the outer rims of your mug and collect near the edges, that would indicate that low pressure is overhead, and which would kind of lead toward some unsettled weather, maybe a little more cloud cover, some rain or some snow. So it's weather folklore. Does it really work? I decided to put this to the test yesterday. Here are the results we found. All right, so we're upstairs in the TV6 break room. I've got my coffee cup here and my freshly brewed coffee, and we're going to kind of put this weather folklore to test to see if, in fact, your cup of morning coffee can tell us whether or not we're going to see nice weather or maybe some rainy weather. So take the freshly brewed cup of coffee. I'm going to let Casey get overhead here, our executive producer who's helping me out. We're going to pour the freshly brewed coffee in there. Look at the bubbles. It looks like they're going from the center and making a ring around the rim of the coffee cup. So that would in fact indicate that low pressure is nearby. And if you looked out your window this morning or late last night, you saw some rain and snow. So low pressure means inclement weather, and that's exactly what we saw. So in this case, it does appear that the folklore remains true. However, it has not been scientifically proven just because there's not been much study done with it. But hey, it's just a little fun weather folklore that we decided to do today. If you want to learn more about different weather topics, whether they're folklore or actual scientific facts, you can head to the weather page at kwqc.com. Click on Kyle's Weather Classroom, and you know we've been doing these segments for over a year, so there's a lot to learn there. For now, I'm Kyle Keel for TV6 News.